Welcome to Soweto KAIZER Football. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to be the first to get the latest news. Former KAIZER Chiefs midfielder Njabulo Blom joins Indonesia side Borneo FC. The midfielder has failed to get a deal at Stellenbosch FC recently. Former KAIZER Chiefs midfielder Njabulo Blom has joined Indonesian side Borneo FC as it was announced today. Wamukul Kyle, Njabulo Blom. The South African midfielder has officially joined Borneo FC, the club stated on Instagram. With his strength, determination, and quality on the pitch, Blom is ready to bring a new dimension to Pesut Etem's game. KAIZER Chiefs transfer news, Amakasi lauded for landing a top player. Fernando de Cruz, image, KAIZER Chiefs. KAIZER Chiefs have been praised for bringing on board Tanzania international Adolphe Mtasingwa Bidagiko. The 27-year-old was signed from Azam FC, joining Thabo Moloisane and Ronaldo Liner, who had been signed by the Glamour boys earlier. While the last two made their unofficial debut during the pre-season in Europe, Mtasingwa made his last weekend in the Toyota Cup. KAIZER Chiefs new signing Adolphe Mtasingwa Bidagiko. Image, KAIZER Chiefs. In the game against Scotland FC, the East African impressed with his style of play, helping the Glamour boys to dominate proceedings in midfield. The Soweto Giants eventually won the annual competition thanks to a strike from Fundo Vilakazi. Amakasi legend Willard Kotsand was left impressed by the new midfielder, insisting he is a quality player who adds value to the club. Mtasingwa was very solid for Chiefs. Adolphe Mtasingwa during his KAIZER Chiefs debut against Scotland FC. Photo, Scotland FC. He is a quality player, he is a top player and I believe he will add a lot to the team, Kotsand told Kickoff. In the minutes he played, he was very solid. He showed the qualities of a good midfielder. Remember, he only started training with the team last week, but look at how he performed. It was like he had been there for a long time. But what is needed now from him is to settle in fast. At Chiefs, there is no time because it is a big club and the supporters want results. From what I saw, he is a top player and looks like he is going to help the team, he added. Mtasingwa is expected to make his Premier Soccer League debut on Saturday when Amakasi face newbies Kruger United. KAIZER Chiefs news today, new signing receives endorsement, de Cruz ? And more. The latest KAIZER Chiefs news in the last 24 hours, including an ex-defender lauding one of the new signings and key concerns over Fernando de Cruz's appointment ahead of the new season. I can tell them now, there's not a single club that has spoken to us about Malambi. So he is staying put. TS Galaxy boss Tim Sukazi has cleared the air regarding upcoming star player Seluliko Malambi's future after the player has been linked with KAIZER Chiefs, Orlando, pic.twitter.com/QXGJGFEH. Idiski Times, at Idiski Times, July 19, 202. An hour ago. Planning for life after football ? Former KAIZER Chiefs midfielder Innocent Kabila has commenced preparations for a future beyond his playing career. Moloisane receives big endorsement. Former KAIZER Chiefs defender Morgan Gould has opened up on what new signing Thabo Moloisane brings to the Glamour boys. KAIZER Chiefs defender Thabo Moloisane. Photo, KAIZER Chiefs. The central defender made the switch to Naturena on a free transfer after his contract at Stellenbosch FC expired, and Gould believes the 27-year-old has come home in every sense. https://www.kickoff.com/psl/KAIZER Chiefs/Gould suggests what Moloisane brings to Chiefs. Look, Soweto. KAIZER Chiefs has a way of finding their own, whether at a later stage. He's found his home, Meadowlands being his place of birth, and he's familiar with what the brand is, what the brand holds, Gould said on KAIZER Chiefs radio as quoted by Kickoff. The former SuperSport United man highlighted the defensive culture Moloisane brings with him from Cape Winelands, one Gould himself is familiar with through Zitha Quinika's earlier journey to Naturena. The competition is going to be very stiff, he's going to take it to the next level because he comes from Stellenbosch, Zitha also. So they come in with, 1, the work ethic, it's second to none. The physical readiness, Stellenbosch doesn't make mistakes on that, he added. Question mark over de Cruz at KAIZER Chiefs. Big question marks over KAIZER Chiefs' decision to appoint Fernando de Cruz as their new head coach remain, as there is a desperate need for stability after 8 coaching changes in 6 years. KAIZER Motong and Fernando de Cruz, image, KAIZER Chiefs. The core argument is one of track record. The main criterion for Chiefs in their search for a new head coach should have been a coach who could build and stay with the team for the long haul. However, there are question marks on de Cruz's capacity to give the Glamour boys stability, as, in addition to leaving the club's project when he came as Nasreddine Nabi's first assistant, the Frenchman has hardly stayed 2 seasons at clubs he has previously coached. Chiefs are still smarting from premature coaching exits in the last 6 seasons, as Gavin Hunt could not complete a campaign, and Stuart Baxter followed a similar pattern in his second stint in the 2021-22 season. KAIZER identifies key concern about KAIZER Chiefs' new signing. Former KAIZER Chiefs co-coach Cedric KAIZER has offered his perspective on the club's latest acquisition, Adolphe Ntasingwa Bidagiko, describing the midfielder as a very good player when fully fit. The 27-year-old Ntasingwa was unveiled as Amakasi's third new signing under head coach Fernando de Cruz on Tuesday, following the arrivals of Thabo Moloisane and Ronaldo Liner. KAIZER, who is now the head coach at Sekikun United, is familiar with Ntasingwa from his tenure at Young Africans in Tanzania. During that time, he faced the midfielder, who was playing for Azam FC, the club from which Chiefs signed him. KAIZER lauds Chiefs' new man. The former Azam captain also has international experience, having spent 5 years in Iceland between 2018 and 2023, where he played for clubs such as KR Reykjavik, Keflavik, and Valsungar. Speaking on Sports Night Amplified with Andion Kyob, KAIZER highlighted Ntasingwa's intelligence and technical ability. "I do know him," KAIZER confirmed as quoted by idiski Times. "I have played against him a couple of times when I was at Yanga against Azam. He's a good player, good technical player, very intelligent. Worrying injury record. Recent struggles with injuries. He's a player that has not played a lot lately because of injuries, but he's a player that when he's healthy he's a very good player." When asked if Ntasingwa could make a significant impact on the league, KAIZER remained measured in his response. "It depends as well, but when he is at his best he is a good player that can help and he's as well a very good kid," he stated. Joel Oliver. Adolphe Bidagiko, KAIZER Chiefs signed first Tanzanian in club's history on 2-year deal. Tanzanian midfielder Adolphe Ntasingwa Bidagiko has become the first player from his country to sign for KAIZER Chiefs, in a landmark move hailed for his work rate and honesty but accompanied by calls for patience from the club's demanding supporters. Historic signing for Soweto Giants. Bidagiko, 27, joins Amakasi from Tanzanian Premier League club Azam FC on a 2-year contract, with an option for a 3rd season. His move makes him the first Tanzanian footballer to wear the famous gold and black of Chiefs since the club's formation in 1970, adding a new chapter to the growing link between East African talent and South African football. The midfielder, who has also spent 6 years playing in Iceland, arrives from a club regarded as financially stable but with a relatively modest fan culture compared with the intense, high-pressure environment at Chiefs. Chiefs U18s win Gauteng Engen Knockout Challenge. Amakasi's U18 team performed with distinction over the weekend to win the Gauteng leg of the 2026 Engen Knockout Challenge after beating Cathars Hyper Academy 2-0 in the final at Marks Park in Johannesburg on Sunday. The two teams had met in Group A on Saturday, playing to 0-0 draw, but in the final, Chiefs showed their superiority when it really counted. Under the expert tutelage of Chidiso Lechaloniane and David Mathebula, Chiefs qualified for the quarterfinals by finishing second in their group, albeit only on goals scored. Amakasi's players displayed admirable determination and composure to negotiate their way through 2 penalty shootouts, to reach the final, first overcoming Highlands Park 4-2, following a goalless draw, and then, thanks to the heroics of goalkeeper, Kibetswe Morake, defeating Randburg FC 3-1 after the teams ended their semi-final level at 1-1. At the conclusion of the event, several Chiefs players were recognized for their performances at the award ceremony. Moraik received the goalkeeper of the tournament